Hello fellas and welcome back to Robin's Taste. It was a long time ago, but here I am and I'm ready to give you a new movie update. Let's keep this short, because I like short videos. We begin with The Blues Brothers. This is one of my favorite comedies of all time. The story in a nutcase is about two blues-playing brothers from a band who decides to join the band together again to be able to save an orphanage where they both grew up, because the orphanage is about to shut down in a week. It sounds a bit cliched, but John Landis sure has made an original comedy here. It has one of the most outstanding car chases you've ever seen, and this is a comedy, for Christ's sake. I'm not gonna waste my time talking to you guys why it is so goddamn good. I'm just gonna do what I did. I saw the film and I laughed my ass off. So that's what I'm gonna tell you guys to do. Nicolas Cage has a pretty bad reputation, which is sad because once in a while he is an outstanding actor, and you can really see it in this tie-in collection. The first one is Wild at Heart, directed by David Lynch. It's one of my favorite movies by David Lynch. It's really weird to explain, but it's a gorgeous movie, a road movie, where a lot of fantastic weird things are happening. It's sort of like a fairy tale, but it tells a story with a lot of heart and essence, and that's sometimes it feels good to just be young and escape out in the world and just feel like you have your whole world in your hands. But at the end of the day, you must face the fact that you're still gonna need cash, you're still gonna need food, and you know, a lot of troubles is gonna happen. And that's what this movie is about. It's about the troubles and the love that pull the movie through. A lot of fantastic actors in this movie, Willem Dafoe for example, and yeah, a great movie. Leaving Las Vegas is a movie where Nicolas Cage is a drunk man who goes to Las Vegas to drink himself to death. Once there, he meets a woman who falls in love with him, and they become sort of a couple. It sounds a bit cliched as well, but it's not cliched. Actually, it's made with a lot of heart and a lot of feeling that this is supposed to be a realistic film. He is gonna drink himself to death. That's gonna happen, because you can't just say goodbye booze and life is gonna be wonderful again. But what happens in this movie is that Nicolas Cage and his girlfriend get a wonderful relationship in a wonderful superficial place that has dark space in it, that has a dark heart, but is very visionally beautiful. Leaving Las Vegas is one of my favorite dramas of all time. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is actually one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time. I'm just talking about favorite movies here all the time, but actually when I saw this movie I was stunned. The way they combine the comic book character with the movie, with the original first film, and combine everything and make it so much more outstanding is great. And it really feels like the main character is in a lot of deep shit here. It shows that Marvel doesn't need all these high-tech alien threats. They can need something from within, which is so much more creepier in a way, and that is what this movie is doing so damn good. I strongly recommend to check it out if you already haven't, because I feel ashamed that I didn't check this one out on the cinema when it was out. But it still is a fantastic experience and I fucking loved it. A movie I'm not a big fan of is actually Black Rain. I may have talked about this movie before, but now I come to the senses that I just don't think the movie's that good. I think Ridley Scott focused too much on the smaller details in the movie rather than the big picture, and sometimes just remove the focus from the main story in a way that it feels a bit lack of interest. I love him otherwise as a director, but sometimes he's just focusing too much on the wrong stuff, as he did in Black Rain. And I can't say that I enjoy this movie that much. I can still watch it, but it's not that good. Now this is a movie I want to talk about for a long while. If I already haven't, maybe I have, what the hell do I know? Lovelace. I'm pretty sure I talked about this movie before though, but I'm gonna talk about it again. It's about this woman who was known as Linda Lovelace. She was one of the biggest pornographic stars of all time. She starred in Deep Throat, which was one of the most mainstream pornographic movies. It's not one of those movies that go against the pornographic industry as well. It's one of those movies that show how important it actually was for this movie to be made. And the last one is Hardware. The sad thing about this movie is that it's a German edition, but I could actually remove the German dub, so that was a relief. Anyways, it's about this woman who builds up a fake robot plastic sort of statue, and it starts living and wrecking her apartment, and she becomes the target of this robot, so she's forced to survive. So she hides in the refrigerator and does all kind of things to make herself survive this ambush. It takes some while to get started, but it's a really cool movie, a very badass science fiction film, and it really takes itself so serious in a way that I really enjoy. I fucking love this movie. I'm done, everybody. I hope I haven't been wasting too much of your time. Take care. 1979. Don Coscarelli released his third film. The movie was entitled Phantasm. Boy! This is the second time in the movie that Reggie's house gets blown to pieces. All this build-up, and this is what we get.